Welcome back to Napster Studios. Hello. Good morning. Or good afternoon. It's good to see ya. It's good to see the back of my phone. And I got a different phone case now. And that is awesome. And we are started with the 20th episode. If you're here, if you're watching this, thank you so much. This is a dream of mine. I have very low expectations for what happens with this channel, but I have very, very high hopes. And I'm glad that you are along for the ride. So let's get into it. For the 20th episode, I thought we'd do something a little different. I wanted to talk about all things Lego Star Wars and maybe even some regular Star Wars. Because there's a lot going on. I've seen a lot of people talk about it, and I find myself talking to myself frequently about it. And so I thought I should probably just go, start talking about it so I don't lose my flippin' mind. So let's dive into it. Let's start with the... I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but the smart bricks. I know. The smart bricks personally are not something I will be participating with, but I did I had some thoughts about it. I wanted to share. So I found out that there are two smart brick sets. There are the all-in-ones and the compatibles. The all-in-ones come with the smart brick and the charging pad or whatever, and the set. The compatible ones do not. And I think right now there are more planning to release without the smart brick than the all-in-ones. And they do not sell the smart brick or the charging pad entree wise, separately. And so that's just kind of confusing. I don't know. It's if you're going to get the set, cause then you're like, okay, well, if it's literally just Obi-Wan Starfighter, but you take the middle out, put a smart brick in, so you don't need it, but it helps with the set. That's one thing. But all of these sets look very Duplo-like. And I just don't know where they're going with it. I am interested to see if they're actually a hit or if it's kind of a weird thing, because I think it's a great idea. Imagine having a UCS ship, a UCS Luke's ship, and then put a smart brick in it, and then it says some one-liners. Stay on target. Like, that would be so cool. And you're flying it, and it's the UCS size. That would be very cool. But right now, I hope they're kind of just experimenting with it. And that was longer than I wanted to spend on smart bricks. Last thing was I saw the Millennium Falcon with the smart brick, and I don't think it looks good. Moving on. I love you, Lego. I love you, Lego, so much. My dream is to be affiliated with you in one way or another. If you acknowledge me and you like what you see, please let me know. Anyways, so the main thing that I wanted to talk about is the leaked sets that have come out. I am confused with the concept of the leaked sets. I don't know how they get leaked. I don't know if it's some big insider secret or if it's a strategic business move in order to get fans excited. Who knows? It's working if it is a business move. If it's not, who cares? So most of the sets that were leaked I think they're for spring of 2026. So they're coming out in the next couple of weeks/months. I think they actually look pretty cool. All of them, I'm just going to start off by saying, if they were $20 cheaper or $10 cheaper, I would be happier with them. But I still might pick a couple of these up, which is cool because it's been a second since I've thought that. So that's pretty cool. And because they're solely based on the Mando and Grogu movie, which I am also excited for. I'm excited to see some Imperial remnants and Sigourney Weaver Rambo the shit out of them. You know what I mean? I'll get to that later, but so they're mostly based around the Mando and Grogu. And so we have the first one that I'm going to talk about is the Imperial Walker and Hoth looking turret. My first thought when I saw the set was it better be under $40, and it's $45. So that's, again, that's with the price thing. That was the disclaimer at the start. But, it's okay. I think the Walker looks really cool. I think an Imperial hot rod type Walker is absolutely awesome. I also think the Hoth turret build is a good looking build. The minifig on it is great. I wish we had like 4 of them instead of just one, because I love the concept of the Imperial Remnant. I love that concept. And so I like that they can kind of, each warlord, each admiral, each captain has kind of their own say on how they operate. And so they can make some adjustments and stuff. So I'm excited for that. Get Mando, which I at one point had like 5 different versions of Mando. So not super, I don't care about that. There's a new Grogu body mold. Sure. I don't know. Not too excited about that, but the builds look actually incredible. In my opinion, just wish it was like $25. So the next wing, the next wing is the X-Wing. You like that? You like that? That was a little, I improv that. I actually wanted to save the X-Wing for the last one, but I can't go back now. The X-Wing is the one I'm most excited for. It is $70, I'm pretty sure. It is the New Republic. Wait, what did I say? Wait. Oh, shit. What have I been saying? Have I been saying Y-Wing or X-Wing? I don't know. If you're confused, I am too. The X-Wing, the New Republic X-Wing, is another set that is being released with this wave. This is the set I am most excited for because it is a Blue Squadron X-Wing, and it has a big ass. I know they're called like New Republic or whatever, but it has a big ass Rebel logo on the side of it. Looks like a good build. It looks more similar to there were 2 X-Wings that came out recently. I think the most recent one there's the most recent one, and then there's that one down there, which was the one before that, the one that came with Biggs Darklighter and General Dodara. That's the one I have. It looks like that X-Wing is closer to this one than it is the most recent one. If that makes sense, thank God. If it didn't, Godspeed. So I am really excited for it. I am also biased because of Rogue One, and Blue Squadron is in Rogue One. And I also have the U-Wing, the blue U-Wing. And so gonna have a Blue Squadron X-Wing and U-Wing, which is so cool. And then I have 2 for Red Squadron, and then I have the little baby gold Y-Wing from the Yavin 4 set, which, sometimes I use, sometimes I don't. But I am excited for that. You get Sigourney Weaver in it, and you get Zeb.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Napster. I made a mistake here, and I confused the X-Wings lineup with the Razor Crests lineup. So I don't know what I'm gonna do here, but the Razor Crest has Zeb. The X-Wing has the guy from Ahsoka.
So, yes. And oh no. What's this guy's name? The pilot, the other pilot that you get is the guy who appeared in Ahsoka, in Mando. He is one of my favorite New Republic characters, and I feel so terrible that I can't remember his name. But you get him. He is most definitely going to be flying that X-Wing. You also get a green R2 unit, and super cool. super cool. $70. It's $70, but I'm really excited for it. The last one that we're going to talk about today is the new Razor Crest, which is coming out, which I'm a little confused on why there's another Razor Crest. It kind of seems like a swip swap, They Mando had the Razor Crest and then he lost it, or it lost it. It literally got jetted. And then he got his N1 Starfighter, which is freaking sick. It's perfect for him and Mando, but now he's going to be getting a Razor Crest again. I'm a little, that's a part of the movie though, but it also looks freaking cool. I'm pretty sure it's $100 maybe. I know it's above 80 for sure. And it looks cool. It looks smaller than the other Playscale Razor Crest, but honestly, I'm all for it. I think it's cool. I think it looks pretty cool. I might get it. It is pretty expensive though. But Zeb, you get Zeb. That is so cool. Oh, and the freaking Stormtrooper with the pauldron. Oh, you get a Stormtrooper with a black pauldron, which, if we know anything from Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga, that is called the Clone Sergeant. So sorry, my bad. That's embarrassing. The Stormtrooper Sergeant, which I would love. I would love that. I need some ranking in the Stormtrooper Corps or whatever. So that is gonna be super cool. I'm excited for that. Maybe I'll get it. It is pretty expensive though. So I think we'll just see when it comes out. See what other people say about it. Check out my boys. Can I mention other channels? If I get in trouble, that's okay. Head over to my boy at not my boy. I don't know him. Solid Brick Studios. That's the guy I watch. That's the guy I check out. He's a good guy. You should check him out. If you're mildly amused by my Lego reviews, his are fantastic. So I'll probably wait until he gets it, then I'll check it out. So that is it for the leak sets that we're going to talk about today. So if that's all you came here for, you're done. You can clock out. You can check out. And if you're still here, you wouldn't mind me blowing my nose real quick. I'll edit this out. It's not a one take. If you've made it this long, I'll give you a little sneak peek into the future. I have a little thingy there, a little starship there. I got a little walker over there, and a little helmet over there. So that's kind of what I'm going to be planning on doing. And I have some little mocks that I'm working on, some storylines. I wouldn't call them mocks. I would call them storylines. I've been developing different stories using Lego, but I'm making sure it stays true to the original movies and blah 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 blah. So if you ever want to hear about those, let me know in the comments. And if you've made it this far, if you which hopefully there's some of you, leave a like. Not I want you to like it, and if you don't like it, but I want to know. So yeah. It's good to be back. And keep going. All right. Love you guys. Is it off?